When you smile, does the whole world smile with you? Dr. Rusty Albrecht, Dr. Chandis Richards, and Dr. London Albrecht are committed to improving your smile. At Albrecht Family Dentistry, we can handle all your dental needs, including dental implants, crowns, dentures, partials, relines, extractions, root canals, veneers, tooth whitening, and clear braces. Don't let anything stand between you and the smile that you've always wanted. Call 440 358 0495.
Test. I feel like this works. Hello and welcome to Spectator Gymnasium. I'm Ethan Hicks, joined here with Braden Richards for tonight's matchup. Your Perry Pirates boys basketball team against the Chardon Hilltoppers as we get set for tip-off here. It'll be Anderson winning the toss for the Pirates, and Chiano will take the ball down the floor for the Pirates. Your starting five for the Pirates out there on the floor right now: Anderson, Chiano, Holbert, and both Cubisons, as Cubison's working from the top of the key. Holbert shoots a three, a little too strong. It totally pulls out, and now Fetchick will take the ball down the floor for the Hilltoppers before passing it off to Toth, who will send it back up to Shane Callahan. He'll attempt a three, no good. However, Henry will get the rebound for the Hilltoppers, so they'll get reset on offense. Solko with the ball now. He's driving on Anderson. He'll kick it back out to Toth. He's working on Holbert. And guarded by Anderson now before sending it off to Henry, who's a little too strong from three, and Cubison comes down with the rebound for the Pirates. Anderson now working in the near side corner, driving towards basket, and he will draw blood first for the Pirates. Up 2-0 now with 6 minutes and 45 seconds remaining here in the first quarter as the Hilltoppers get the ball into the offensive zone. Fetchick being double teamed hard by Chiano and Cubison before getting an outlet. However, three-point attempt there by Chardon, no good. They find Cubison in transition. He's a little too strong on the layup. However, he's almost able to get his own rebound, but Callahan of the Hilltoppers came down with it as Henry picks up a layup on the fast break for the Hilltoppers. So now we're tied up 2-2 with 6 minutes remaining as Cubison attempts a deep three. He's just a little short of the rim as we have some contact there as the ball was in the air between Holbert and Henry. Toth will take it down the floor for the Hilltoppers. Fetchick will nearly go out of bounds before passing it off to Callahan, who's good from the far corner for three for the Hilltoppers, so that'll put them up 5-2 now. Schiano passes it off to Holbert. He'll drive towards the basket. Foul called, and I believe it will go against Henry. He grabbed Holbert as he was driving to the basket there. So Holbert will go to the line to shoot two here. That'll be the first foul of the night, also the first team foul for the Hilltoppers as we await Holbert's first free throw attempt. This was a matchup earlier this season. It came week 4. Your Perry Pirates coming out top 79-63 over the Hilltoppers, so they are the favorite in tonight's matchup as Holbert misses the first free throw. He'll attempt the second as he drills. And the second free throw is up and good. So now the score, your Perry Pirates down 3-5 to the Hilltoppers with 5 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the first quarter as the Hilltoppers are still trying to break into the offensive zone. Toth will do that for them before he'll pass it off to Solka in the paint. However, his mid-range shot no good there. So now Little Cubison will take it into the zone for the Pirates. He finds Anderson, who sends it the way of Schiano. He's working on Fetchick before passing it off to Holbert, who attempts a three, and that is good. So that'll put the Pirates now up 6-5 over the Hilltoppers off of a rare three-point made there by Holbert.
It's really nice to see Holbert extend his comfortability by shooting that three. During the season, we really haven't seen many three-point attempts from Holbert. It's really nice to see that he's getting more comfortable with this Perry team, and now that he's shooting threes and making them.
Yeah, it's definitely a good time to see. It's a good thing to see any of your players expanding their range in the playoffs as the Hilltoppers are still working in the offensive zone. A lot of ball movement behind the three-point line there as there's a ball stolen there by Anderson on the steal. Holbert unable to lock it up for the Pirates. And now Toth will take it back down the floor for the Hilltoppers. Schiano will steal it from Tominski before finding Holbert on the fast break, and he'll knock down a layup for the Pirates, putting them up 8-5 with 4 minutes, 10 seconds remaining here in the first.
Holbert really wanted to dunk that. Would have been really electrifying if he did, but there was a Chardon person behind him, so he was unable to dunk it. That would have been really cool to see, though.
And the Pirates with a much better student turnout than we've seen in a lot of the regular season games, so hopefully this is a victory for them as Chardon comes up with the steal, and they're able to score on the fast break. It was Fetchick who ended up knocking down the basket, so now Schiano will take the ball into the offensive zone for the Pirates, who find themselves up 8-7 over the Chardon Hilltoppers with 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter as Cubison finds Schiano in the paint. However, he's a little strong on the layup. It's very rare for him to miss one of those. And now Chardon will come down with the rebound, and Fetchick will take the ball into the offensive zone for the Hilltoppers.
It almost looked like when Drew shot that layup that whoever was guarding him kind of like pushed them or held him in the back. It didn't look natural for Drew to just shoot that layup. Something was kind of off there.
As there is a foul called on the floor, I will believe it will be a reaching foul called against Drew Fetchick of the Hilltoppers, their second team foul of the quarter, as we await Stevenson's inbound to Schiano. Cubison and Holbert summing out of the game for Stevenson and Malone as Schiano drives towards basket before kicking it out to Stevenson in the far corner. He'll find Anderson at the top of the key. He'll shoot from three. However, he'll airball it out of bounds. It looked like Malone had a chance at maybe getting it back in, but he had a Chardon defender boxing him out, so that's why he was unable to get there. As Toth is working in the paint, and he'll come down with 2 for the Hilltoppers. So that will now put them up 9-8 over the Pirates with 2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter. As number 13, Shane Callahan of the Hilltoppers was coming down the floor on a fast break. He looked like he got a little bit ahead of himself there as he traveled, so the ball will go back to the Pirates down 8-9 as Stevenson finds Giano on the inbound. He'll take the ball into the offensive zone for the Pirates. He passes it out to Malone, who drives towards basket. He's well guarded, and he'll kick it back out to Stevenson, but not before he travels, so the ball will go back to the Hilltoppers as Chardon will sub Callahan out of the game for Solka. Fetchik taking the ball down the floor now for Chardon. He'll find Solka, who's working inside. He'll pass it off to Pavlovich. However, he's well guarded by Stevenson. There will be a kickball there going against Fetchik. Against Stevenson. So now Solka will inbound for the Hilltoppers.
This is a really low-scoring game for a high school varsity game. So only have 8 and 9 points with 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. I really expected a lot more scoring in this game.
As Chardon calls a quick timeout, and with that we'll take one as well, with your Perry Pirates currently down 8-9 with 2 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. And we are back from Spectator Gymnasium. I'm Ethan Hicks here with Braden Richards for tonight's matchup, your Perry Pirates basketball team against the Chardon Hilltoppers. And so far, Braden, this first quarter has been exciting but low scoring as your Perry Pirates are currently down 8-9 to the Hilltoppers. As we await Solka's inbound, Holbert will be guarding him at the near sideline coming out of the Chardon timeout as Toth has the ball. He's working on Cubison. He'll shoot a 3. That'll be good. So the Hilltoppers now find themselves up 12-8 over the Pirates as Holbert motions for Malone to set a screen for him. However, he decides to pass it off to Giano before he can get there. Giano drives towards the basket. He loses control of the ball before it finds itself in the hands of Malone. Malone passes it off to Holbert back at the top of the key. He'll drive towards basket, kick it out to Cubison in the near side corner before he sends it to Stevenson at the top of the key. He's a little too strong from 3, so now Spechik will try to score on the fast break for the Hilltoppers. His layup no good. Giano now trying to take it coast to coast for the Pirates, and he will, and he was fouled there as he knocked down that shot, so now he'll have an opportunity for an and one as the Pirates currently find themselves down 10-12 with 1:18 remaining in the first quarter.
For those of you that are unaware that Giano, he only needs 10 points in this game to reach 1,000 career points in his career at Perry High School. Right now he has 3 points, so he needs 7 more to get the 1,000 point marker, which Nate Cubison got last game, 2 games ago against some other team.
As Giano knocks down that free throw for the Pirates. And Braden, it truly is it's a great accomplishment to get that 1,000 points, but it's an even greater accomplishment when you have 2 guys from the same class. A lot of the times you're competing for points just to have 2 guys in that senior class with reach the 1,000 point mark really speaks to how successful they've been as Holbert gets a steal there, and he takes it coast to coast for the Pirates. So now they find themselves up 13-12 over the Hilltoppers with 50 seconds remaining in the first.
Some people really don't know how special it is to have 1,000 career points. To give you an idea, Drew would be the 4th person in Perry history to hit that 1,000 point marker on the boys' side.
and especially too with Cubison in the same class, it magnifies that accomplishment as the younger Cubison drives towards the basket. He'll shoot a long jumper that it seemed like questionable shot selection to me there, Braden, but he was able to knock it down, so who am I to judge as the Pirates are now up 15-12 with 15 seconds remaining. Toth working on Cubison. He'll pass it off to Callahan, who drives towards the basket before he throws it out of bounds. However, I believe last touch there by Stevenson, so the ball will remain in Chardon hands as Solka looks to inbound for the Hilltoppers with 9 seconds remaining. He'll find Henry in the near side elbow. However, he's not able to knock down a layup. So now Stevenson will pass it off to Malone, who will attempt the last second three, which he is unable to knock down. So that'll be the end of the first quarter. Your Perry Pirates currently up 15-12 over the Chardon Hilltoppers. And we are back from the Pirate Athletics Center. Your Perry Pirates currently find themselves up 15-12 over the Chardon Hilltoppers as we are set for second quarter action. And Braden, what did you think of that first quarter?
I thought the Pirates did a really good shot selection early on. At the end, they had a few not so good shot selections, even though they still went in, so it was okay. Defensively, I believe that we have two people scoring the majority of their points. We need to find a way how to stop them, and that's how we're going to win.
As Solka knocks down a three for the Hilltoppers, so now we're tied at 15 apiece here with 7 minutes and 30 remaining in the second quarter, as Anderson has some nice moves in the paint there to get the Pirates another basket as they are now up 17-15 over the Hilltoppers. Toth attempt a deep three there as one of his teammates set up a screen from the three-point line as Richards comes down with a rebound for the Pirates. However, his pass meant for Anderson was stolen by Fetchick, and he was able to pick up an easy layup. So a little bit of a sloppy transition for the Pirates there cost them, as we're tied up at 17 all with 6 minutes 50 remaining in the first quarter, as Jake Cubison hits from a deep three to put the Pirates up 20-17. The Hilltoppers now working in the paint as Fetchick was fouled as he was attempting a layup there, so he'll go to the line to shoot two for the Hilltoppers. The Pirates currently with a 27-17 lead over the Hilltoppers with 6 minutes 30 seconds remaining here in the second quarter, as Fetchick's first free throw it's very ugly looking, bounced off the back of the rim and then up off the side, and it was a mess, but somehow, some way it went in. So the Hilltoppers now only down by 2 as Fetchick's second is missed. However, Nathaniel Solka was able to go up over Richards for the rebound, so now everything's tied up here at 20 all as Sullivan takes the ball across the logo. Schiano takes the ball across the logo for the Pirates. Had a little bit of a flashback to our football days there as Richards is working in the corner before finding Schiano, who attempts a mid-range jumper from about the free throw line. and it falls no good. And Solka comes down with the rebound as he finds Fetchik in transition. He'll knock his shot down, so now the Hilltoppers up 22-20 over the Pirates. Pops from three, no good. Rebound there by Fetchik as he'll find Toth in transition. So another quick 2 points for the Hilltoppers, who currently find themselves on a 7-0 run as Shiano hits from way downtown for the Pirates, who only find themselves down by one, as there is a charge there going against Fetchik. He was working on Shiano. Sorry, not a charge. It was a blocking foul on Shiano, as Holbert and Cubison will check into the ball game for Richards and Little Anderson. However, Little Anderson might be a little bit of an understatement, as Jaden might be the bigger of the pair, as Fetchik's mid-range floater bounces around in the rim before going in, and now the Hilltoppers find themselves up 26-23 over the Pirates.
The Pirates are going to really have to find a way how to stop this Hilltopper offense. They're really not doing nothing too complicated. They're getting a lot of layups and threes. They're not really doing anything else but that. They're not shooting floaters, not having mid-rangers. They're only shooting layups. I believe the last 8 points have came from layups. The Pirates defense are going to have to find a way to shut this Hilltopper offense down.
As Anderson misses the first free throw there, he was fouled earlier, so we'll await his second. And really, it's been Toth, who I think is definitely Chardon's best player, and Fetchik, their point guard, who's really done some nice has had some nice passes in transition, as Anderson misses the second there. And then also the tall guard Palovich has really killed the Pirates. He's stolen a couple of rebounds that should have been theirs, but the Pirates really don't have a big like him that they can send in the paint and be confident that they'll come down with the ball, as Anderson fouls Palovich as he was driving towards the basket, so he'll go to the line to shoot two. The Hilltoppers currently up 26-23 over the Pirates with 4 minutes, 40 seconds remaining here in the first half. Palovich's first free throw is good. The Hilltoppers will check number 34, Solka and Henry into the ball game as we await Palovich's second shot. That's good. As Shiano will take the ball across the half-court line for the Pirates. He finds Holbert. He'll drive towards the basket before being, traveled. So now the Pirates will turn the ball over back to the Hilltoppers, down 23-28 now, with 4 minutes, 27 seconds remaining here in the first half.
This Pirates offense doesn't look the same that it has previously throughout the season. It doesn't look like they're having enough motion, off-ball motion anyways. It's looking like a lot of isolation. They're going to have to find a way how to get everyone involved, not just one person.
As the Hilltoppers miss a three there, and Anderson will come down with a rebound for the Pirates. He'll find Holbert, who will send it back to Shiano. He'll find Cubison, who attempts a deep three a little to the left, as Holbert comes down with the rebound for the Pirates. However, I think there was a push-off there, so it'll be Chardon ball. The Pirates still down 23-28 with 3 minutes, 56 seconds remaining here in the second quarter, as the Hilltoppers get the ball into the offensive zone. They're moving it around. Ball currently with Solka at the top of the key before he passes it off to Doyle, who had a weird-looking air ball. It must have been a block shot by Cubison, but the Pirates were unable to come down with the ball there, and somebody from the Hilltoppers was able to put it up and come down with 2, as they are currently up 30-23 over the Pirates. So we'll see what Coach Isofano can come up with coming out of this timeout. And we are back from Spectator Gymnasium. I'm Ethan Hicks here with Braden Richards for you tonight's matchup, your Perry Pirates against the Chardon Hilltoppers. And currently, Braden, the Pirates find themselves down 30-23 with 30 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in the first half. How did the Pirates get themselves into this situation?
Offensively, we're not looking the same. I talked about it earlier. We're not having a lot of motion, a lot of isolation. It's not helping us so far. We're in a lot of one-on-one opportunities. We're not capitalizing off of them. We're gonna have to find a way to get everyone involved and get everyone their shots.
As Anderson drives to the basket there, it looked like he was about to dunk it in what would have been a dominant statement for the Pirates, maybe the morale booster that they could have used to get them out of this slump, but instead Anderson goes to the line as he was fouled by Palovich in the act of shooting as he knocks down the first. Both teams now with 5 team fouls as we await Anderson's second. No substitutions coming into the ball game. As it is up and rolls out. However, it looked like Stevenson had a chance at getting the rebound there. He wasn't able to come down with it as Solka is working the offensive zone for the Hilltoppers before passing it off to Toth, who takes a wild step-back jumper from behind the free throw line. However, he's able to knock it down, putting the Hilltoppers up 32-24. However, Shiano's able to answer with a drive to the layup. A drive to the basket with a layup finish there as the Pirates are now only down 26-32. As Solka is able to drive to the basket. He was guarded there by Cubison, who fell down. It looked like he was trying to draw a foul. However, nothing called on the play there as Shiano finds Cubison. He'll pass it out to Stevenson, who finds Little Cubison, who sends it back to Big Cubison at the top of the key. He will be no good from 3. So now with 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here in the first half, the Pirates down 26-34 to the Hilltoppers, as I believe there was a travel by a Hilltopper there. Coach Isofano having a word with Nate Cubison there before he went down the floor for the Pirates. And Shiano, as always, will take the ball across the half-court line for the Pirates. He's driving to the basket before kicking it out to Cubison. He was knocked down. However, the Pirates able to come down with the ball. Kick ball there on the Pirates, though, so it will remain in the hands of Chardon. Solka will inbound for the Hilltoppers. The Pirates, with defense tonight, Braden, too, it's in stark contrast to what we saw from the girls in their first playoff game on Friday. A lot of man, but it's not the press that the girls normally run. They're letting the Hilltoppers get well beyond the half-court line as a Hilltopper misses from 3. Shiano takes it down the floor for the Pirates. He'll try a quick field goal. However, he's not able to get it to fall through as Solka hits for the Hilltoppers, so they're now up 36-26. Anderson with a full head of steam driving in the paint for the Pirates, now only down 28-36 as Shiano poked it away from Fetchick. However, his teammate Solka was able to find the ball, get it back to him, and he was able to knock down a layup for the Hilltoppers. So they're now back up 38-28 as Anderson drives to the basket. And he's just a little too strong off the backboard. Rebound by Solka.
This Pirates team doesn't look as energetic as they used to be. It may be because their first game, I believe it was at Chardon. I believe Perry came on top by 14 or 15 points. They were winning by like 25, 30 points at some point. I think they came into this game expecting a blowout. And sometimes that happens. When you come and expect a blowout, you don't play your best game. And the other team gets the best of you.
As Little Covison goes to the basket, he's able to knock down a layup for the Pirates, and he was fouled, so he'll go to the line to shoot one, and hopefully, Braden, the Pirates can pick up this free throw and maybe go on a 5-6-0 run before going into halftime to cut this formerly 10-point lead of the Hilltoppers, as the Pirates only find themselves down 31-38 now. Solka's inbound to Fetchick as the Hilltoppers struggle to get the ball down the floor. Pass intercepted there by Holbert. He takes the ball in the paint for the Pirates. His first attempt is no good. However, he was fouled as he went up for a second, so he'll go to the line to shoot two. Holbert, one of the better free throw shooters for the Pirates, who currently find themselves down 31-38 with 34 seconds remaining. And Braden, the Pirates ran a little bit more of a press defense there, and I'm not sure about you, but it certainly looks like the Pirates have better athletes on the floor, so I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Isofano starts utilizing that to his advantage more in the second half, running maybe a little bit more of a press like that. And if you do need to get some of your stars at rest, maybe playing in some of the younger guys like Anderson, Malone, and Richards as well to get those guys rest. As Holbert knocks down the first, we'll await his second.
This press that we were just talking about, it really helps because Chardon has a few people that don't look very skilled, and they make some very lousy passes. And that is where Woody and Jalen get those easy interceptions off of them. And just like last time, Woody got that easy interception off a younger, not so skilled basketball player, and it ended up in a bucket.
Henry traveled in the paint for the Hilltoppers. Holbert wisely deciding to roll the ball inbound to Shiano to save a little bit of clock as he passes it off to Cubison, who's a little too strong from three. And Henry will come down with it for the Hilltoppers as Anderson nearly gets the steal as the ball was coming down the floor. Chardon no good from three as Holbert comes down with the ball for the Pirates. He was fouled, however, we are currently at 1-1 for the Hilltoppers as that was their 8th team foul. So he'll go to the line to shoot 1-1 here with the Pirates currently only down 33-38. So the Pirates doing a good job of cutting that formerly 10-point Hilltopper lead, 10-point Hilltopper lead to now only 5 points as we see if Holbert can cut it down to a one-possession game here by making both of these. As the first free throw is in and out. As Solka will attempt a line drive shot for the Hilltoppers at the end of the first half. And Braden, what do you make of it?
I like how the Pirates ended off that half. They went on a little bit of a run. They kind of came back from their 10-point deficit. Really nice. I really hope they come out of the second half more energetic, more pumped up about this game, and they quickly close this gap and turn this into a fair ball game.
And the Pirates, they definitely looked more confident at the conclusion of the first half, and hopefully that's something they can continue with this into the second half of the game. And I think although the Pirates find themselves down by 5 currently, it's pretty safe to say that they've looked like the better team and have just made some mistakes. And if they can clear those up, hopefully they'll come out on top tonight. And that'll do it for us on the first half. We'll come back with first half stats and second half action after this. Hello, I'm Ethan Hicks, joined here by Braden Richards as we await some second half action. Currently, your Perry Pirates find themselves down 38-33 to the Chardon Hilltoppers. And Braden, what do you make of that first half?
Obviously, the first half, they did really well to end the half. They had a little bit more momentum. They obviously closed the gap. That was 10 points. I believe it's 5 points now. I really expect them to come out of this half very hot and strong and eventually close this gap and eventually start winning.
The Pirates were the heavy favorite coming into this game. They won at these two teams' only meeting of the season, 79-63. So a substantial victory for the Pirates. They look a little shocked. The Pirates looked a little shocked coming in tonight that Chardon's performed this well. I think they've just made a lot of sloppy mistakes, though, in this first half, and hopefully they're able to recover here in the second as Shiano's working on Callahan to begin the second before ball stolen there after it was passed off to Holbert. Callahan will take the ball into the offensive zone for the Hilltoppers before passing it off to Toth, who finds Callahan, who attempts a three. Shiano tries to rebound there for the Pirates. However, the much taller Sulka and Toth are able to come down with it for the Hilltoppers as Shiano finds Little Cubison. He'll pass it back to Shiano, who works inside for the Pirates, and I believe that'll put him at 10 on the night, which will be 1,000 total points as Coach Ice will maybe call a timeout here soon. I'm not sure if that's 100% correct either, as Fetchick is working for the Hilltoppers. He's guarded by Little Cubison. Screen set there by Callahan that was able to set up a decent jumper there for him as he misses, but Chardon able to come down with the rebound, and Fetchick hits a mid-range jumper for the Hilltoppers. Shiano with an easy lane to the paint. So that'll now put him at 12. So I think he'll now have crossed the 1,000-point threshold for sure, as we're allowing play to continue. Solka gets set to inbound for the Hilltoppers as Stevenson checks into the ballgame for the Pirates. He'll go in for Shiano, who may or may not have crossed that 1,000-point mark, as he looks hurt. I'm not sure what happened to him. He'll go see the athletic trainer as Fetchick is working on Cubison. That was the 1,000th point for Shiano, as the student section releases the 1,000-point balloons into the air. Toth working on Anderson. He travels, so now it'll be Pirate ball as they find themselves down 37-42 to the Hilltoppers. Holbert will inbound to Cubison.
It'll be interesting to see how they play, because I believe Drew hurt his left chest or something. He was holding something near his left shoulder. I'm not sure if it was shoulder or something. Anyways, it'll be interesting to see what they do without a primary ball handler. I believe they'll have Jake Cubison bring the ball up and down offensively, but he's not your best ball handler, as Drew is your primary point guard, and I believe this is the first time he came out of the game today.
As Cubison missed a layup for the Pirates, Solka did the same for the Hilltoppers. Cubison fouled as he was bringing the ball into the Chardon side of the court, as Shiano will check back into the ballgame for Stevenson. I don't think he was hurt too bad. He went to see the athletic trainer only briefly, so it's good to see Shiano back in the ballgame. He calls out a play to his offense. He'll pass it off to Holbert, who finds Anderson at the top of the key. He'll pass it off to Cubison. Shiano now working on Callahan before passing it off to Anderson, who finds Holbert in the paint. He'll drive to the basket. Nice little behind-the-back move there by Holbert. He wasn't able to quite knock it down. However, he was fouled as he was shooting, so he'll go to the line to shoot two for the Pirates who currently find themselves down 37-42 to the Hilltoppers.
I forgot to mention that Holbert led our team in scoring for the first half, which I believe he had 10, Shiano had 8, and Jake Covison had 8. Everyone else had below that. It's really nice to see how Holbert is really fitting in with this Perry team, as I believe this is one of his better nights for basketball.
And definitely a good thing for the Pirates to come together here in this key playoff matchup. And the winner of this game will have Cleveland Glenville, the number 3 seed in the Ashtabula district. Next week they had a bye as Holbert misses the second. Valvovich will drive towards the basket before passing it off to Solka, who hits from about mid-range, so the Hilltoppers are back up by 6 as they are up 38-44 over the Pirates, as Cubison knocks down 2 for the Pirates. In a noticeable absentee from the Pirates' first half scores was Nate Cubison. Of course, he just reached that 1,000-point benchmark only a few games ago. A very good scorer for this Pirates offense as Solka knocks down another 2 for the Hilltoppers. Holbert now working on Palovich. He'll find Shiano. Thinks about shooting a 3. He'll pull it down, drive towards the basket, and he'll take a layup for the Pirates as Coach Isofano calls a timeout, as we will have an announcement and a standing ovation for Drew Shiano, who's really been a great player for this Perry Pirates basketball team as well as the football team. He's led them very deep in the playoffs those past couple of years, and just a great guy all around, a good student, a great person as well, so a great accomplishment for him. As he's being honored, we'll take a quick timeout. And we are back from Spectator Gymnasium. I'm Ethan Hicks, joined by Braden Richards here with 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Your Perry Pirates currently find themselves down 42-46 as Drew Shiano just surpassed the 1,000-point benchmark for the Pirates. This play is about to get underway here. Solka will inbound for the Hilltoppers. It looks like Fetchik will be his intended target, as he'll pass it back to Solka, who finds Fetchik. He's working on Sullivan before finding Solka in the paint, and he hits yet again for the for the Hilltoppers. And Braden, the Pirates really haven't had an answer for him all night. As Anderson finds Holbert, he'll drive towards the basket. He was fouled, so I think we'll have a Pirate inbound here.
Yeah, Solka really, I believe he has 15 points now. He's really dominated inside the paint. I believe he only has 1 or 2 threes outside of the first quarter, or only in the first quarter. Outside of the first quarter, he really had a lot of paint touches, and he finished really well around the rim. And as Perry, defensively, we really have to find an answer to that, somehow to stop him, because paint, as I believe Solka just traveled. It's really hard to stop someone so dominant in the paint. Perry is really going to have to find a way somehow to do it.
And Solka's really been taking it to the Pirates, as he currently has 19 on the night. Cubison working on Solka, and I think part of the reason why they were able to shut him down is because they've had Solka guarding him tonight, as Cubison had a little bit of a push-off there on Solka. Good no call, as Palovich is able to come down with a layup for the Hilltoppers. They currently find themselves up 50-42 as Shiano attempts a three for the Pirates. That's no good. So the Hilltoppers still up by 8 with 3 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. And Braden, the Pirates are really going to have to start getting something going on offense if they want to win this ball game. As Solka's now working on Anderson. Shiano tried to go in there for the steal. He found Pavlovich. He was well guarded there by Culberson, though, as Pavlovich goes back up for the Hilltoppers after his own rebound, and he knocks it down, and he'll have an opportunity for an and one here as he was fouled by Culberson. So now the Hilltoppers have an opportunity to expand their 10-point lead up 52-42 over the Pirates with 2 minutes 45 seconds remaining here in the third quarter.
As a Pirates fan, you really don't want to see this. The Hilltoppers have a lead of 10 points. Really hard to come back from 10 points, especially so late in the game. However, you do have another quarter after this 2.5 minutes. Really hope Coach Estefano has some pep talk or something to get this Pirates team motivated and to help them eventually come back and win this game.
As Holbert was able to take it coast to coast for the Pirates. They're only down by 8 now, down 44-52, and with 2 minutes and 25 seconds, Coach Chad Murawski of the Hilltoppers will take a timeout, and with that, we will as well. And we are back from Spectator Gymnasium, and during that quick timeout, Braden, the two cheerleading squads had a little bit of a flip-off there, I guess you could say, and I think our squad won substantially there as we await Callahan's inbound. He finds Solka, who finds Callahan in the paint before Anderson's able to come down with the rebound for the Pirates. He'll take the ball in the offensive zone before kicking it out to Shiano, who will attempt a deep three, and he'll hit nothing but net from way downtown. The Pirates down now only 47-52, the difference only being 5 in favor of the Hilltoppers, as Solka attempts a deep three for the Hilltoppers.
This is a really nice 5-0 run that we have going here. Make that 7-0. This crowd is getting very loud. I feel like this is the loudest it's ever been, and it's a playoff game. As of right now, the Pirates are down 3.
Nice play there by Stevenson. He found Holbert in transition as the Hilltoppers answer with a field goal of their own. Shiano takes the ball into the offensive zone for the Pirates. He has a nice little step back three, and that'll come up just a little short of the rim. And with 1 minute 24 seconds remaining in the third quarter, the Pirates find themselves down 49-54. As Toth inbounds to Fetchick, he'll take the ball down the floor for the Hilltoppers. He's guarded by Stevenson, who's able to come up with a steal. Culberson will take the ball down the floor for the Pirates. He passes it off to Holbert, who will work on Pavlovich before kicking it out to Culberson. He's just a little short from 3 as well, as he's almost able to get a steal there from Pavlovich. As Culberson does come up with a steal there, Shiano's able to get the nice rebound, layup in transition for the Pirates, who are currently now down only 51-54 to the Hilltoppers. This was a high-scoring matchup. Last time these two teams met, with the Pirates coming out on top 79-63, as we are set for excited fourth quarter action here as Solka is working in the paint for the Hilltoppers. His first shot was no good. However, he was able to come down with his own rebound, put one up, and make the second, as Shiano's looking to dribble out the quarter now for the Pirates. He's working on Callahan before passing it off to Holbert. Hopefully the Pirates can end the quarter here with a basket. He kicks it out to Cubison, who's good from three. The Pirates now only down two, 54-56 with 3 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Toth attempts a deep three for the Hilltoppers. That'll be well short, and now only down 2 points. The Pirates are set to enter the third quarter in what is set to be a tremendous comeback ever since the Hilltoppers were up by 10 in that third quarter. Hopefully they can come out on top here as we are back with fourth quarter action after this. And we are back from Spectator Gymnasium. I'm Ethan Hicks, joined by Braden Richards. Your Perry Pirates currently down 54-56, but things as they were midway through that third quarter with the Pirates down by 10 points. I think they're happy with where they currently are, Braden. As we get set here for Solka's inbound. He's been a dominant force for the Hilltoppers all night with 21. As Toth works inside for the Hilltoppers, and between him and Solka, they have really just been able to drive to the basket and come down with rebounds, and the Pirates really have had no big of their own to answer with as Holbert kicks it out to Anderson. He's guarded by Toth. He passes it out to Shiano, who finds Cubison, who thinks about shooting a three before passing it off to Stevenson. He works on Fetchik, and he is working a mid-range jumper. As Zolka now with the ball for the Hilltoppers. He's guarded by Anderson. He's looking to drive towards the basket. The Pirates breaking down into a little bit more of a zone defense here to guard the basket, as they aren't as concerned about the Hilltoppers shooting from three, as I believe we will have a reaching foul going against Shiano. I think it was a good foul, though. Solka was driving to the basket. He's been a dominant force for them tonight, and to get away with a non-shooting foul there was a victory for the Pirates, as he will inbound for the Hilltoppers. He finds Valvovich. He's no good from three. However, sloppy rebounding there by the Pirates. Solka was able to come down with it. However, his rebound was no good as Anderson travels. And Braden, I feel like just every night, Anderson, he always has one travel. It's just how it works.
That was a charge, Ethan.
Oh, it was a charge? My mistake. That is not true, or hopefully not true, as we await the end of this ball game, as Solka will inbound to Fetchik. Solka now with the ball for the Hilltoppers. He passes it off to Toth. He's guarded by a combination of Holbert and Stevenson. Solka and Toth really just double teaming this entire Pirates defense, as they really look to only be defending those two players, as Toth passes it out of bounds to Solka. And Braden, I really think the Pirates have a winning defensive strategy, really just picking their battles and guarding Toth and Solka and having the other players beat you, as they currently find themselves down 56-58 with 6 minutes 30 remaining here in the ballgame.
This will be huge if the Pirates get a bucket, because then the game would either be tied or we'll be winning. And that will obviously bring a huge spark to our team.
As Cubison attempts a three, that would have been a nice make. However, he's not able to come down with it. However, Shiano is able to get a jump ball for the Pirates, and the possession arrow is in favor of the Pirates. However, there's some controversy on the floor as to who will have the ball. I think it'll be a foul against the Pirates, as the Pirates crowd is furious with the call. As I believe Coach Isofano called a quick timeout there to petition the referee. I think we'll keep it here, Braden. And what do you make so far through this fourth quarter?
Obviously, whatever the Pirates are doing, it's really helping them. They're really doubling a lot of players. They're good ones, obviously. That's really helping them. Offensively, we're looking a lot better. A few times we had a mistake, so it's all right. We are currently down by 2. I expect that to change very soon.
Yeah, the Pirates definitely with the momentum here, although possession will stay with the Hilltoppers, who find themselves up 58-56 over the Pirates with 6 minutes, 14 seconds remaining here in the ballgame, and what is set to be a thriller down to the end as Fetchick takes the ball down the floor for the Hilltoppers. They without really any sense of urgency right now as Toth tries to drive towards the basket. He'll throw it hard off the backboard. I think he'll throw it off the corner there, as I believe he was fouled there by Stevenson, so he'll go to the line to shoot 2. And I think, Braden, they didn't double team him from the three-point line, and I think whenever Solka or Toth has the ball now, if you're the Pirates, you've effectively got to send 2 guys out there and live with the consequences, as Toth knocks down the first. Palovich will check into the ball game for the Hilltoppers. Henry will check out as we await Toth's second free throw. Toth with 18 on the night, as he misses the free throw. However, Solka's able to come down with the rebound, so it'll be a 3-point play for the Hilltoppers. Shiano working on Callahan before he hits from 3. So now the Pirates only down 2 yet again to the Hilltoppers. Nice answer to the 3-point play there by Anderson, as Holbert nearly comes away with the steal for the Pirates. However, the ball dribbled out of bounds as Solka will look to inbound here. Something tells me Toth's going to be his intended target, Braden, as Solka inbounds to Callahan. Palovich is open, and he will knock down 2. However, he traveled before he did so. It looked like he was fouled on the shot, so the Pirates really with a lucky break there, they'll get possession instead of the and one opportunity. So with down only by 2, Shiano will take the ball down the floor. The Pirate student section currently on their feet as Shiano finds Holbert. He finds Stevenson at the top of the key. He'll find Cubison at the back line before Anderson completely airballs a shot, maybe a tip there by a Chardon player, as Callahan attempts a 3. Solka will try to come down with the rebound, but he knocks it out of bounds, so the Pirates will have possession yet again.
I'll tell you what, Ethan, this student section is being a lot louder than what it used to be. I think that's a little something that as Woody just made someone fall, and he makes the bucket to tie the game.
Yeah, it was Palovich who he hit with almost sniper fire there as the Perry student section is going crazy as the ball game is now tied. That was a great move by Holbert to tie things up, and on top of that, we're going to have a foul against the Hilltoppers. So now it will be Pirate ball with the opportunity to take the lead with things tied 61 all here with 4 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter as Coach Isofano is yelling to his team to calm down. Shiano passes it to Holbert, who's going to look to drive to the basket for the Pirates. He was fouled there by Palovich, so he'll go to the line to shoot 2. And Palovich is furious about the call. His arms are up in frustration to the Chardon crowd as we await Holbert's 2 free throws.
I'll tell you what, Holbert and Shiano both have 19 points. They're definitely helping this Pirates team offensively, doing very well with their scoring.
As Holbert knocks down the first, so now the Pirates up 62-61 with their first lead since the first quarter with only 4 minutes and 29 seconds remaining in the ball game in what has been a thrilling comeback here for the Pirates. We await Holbert's second shot. Pirates fans doing the little finger twingle there, and that works as Holbert makes the second. The Pirates now up 63-61 with 4 minutes 20 remaining in the ballgame. Solka now working on Holbert. He's getting help from Schiano before he kicks it back out to Toth, who attempts a long three. Stevenson comes down with the rebound for the Pirates as Holbert takes the ball down the floor for the Pirates, almost loses it, but he's going to look to go coast to coast. However, ball was tipped there by Henry as Holbert was going up to the basket. However, the ball did hit Holbert's thigh and went out of bounds. So last touch there by Holbert. So it is now Chardon ball as Solka is working on Stevenson before he passes it off to Fetchick, and that'll tie things up at 63 all. Schiano will take the ball down the floor with 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the ballgame. He's working on Fetchick before passing it off to Cubison. Cubison finds Holbert, who finds Schiano, who thinks about shooting a three before passing it off to Holbert. He's going to slow things down here for the Pirates. And we have a timeout that called on the floor by Coach Isofano. I think it was a wise timeout as it didn't look like the Pirates had a lot of things going there, as the Pirates call a full timeout. So with that, we'll take a brief one as well. And we are back from Spectator Gymnasium. Your Perry Pirates currently tied with the Chardon Hilltoppers at 63 apiece here with 3 minutes 30 seconds remaining in the ballgame. And Braden, what do you make of the first part of that fourth quarter?
Obviously, it really helped us as now it is a tie game. This student section is electrifying. They are loud, which is something Chardon doesn't have that is really helping us in this game, as they are going nuts for anything that Perry does good.
As Schiano drives to the basket, and he'll knock down a field goal for the Pirates, putting them up by 2 now, as Chardon will take the ball into their offensive zone. Henry passes it off to Solka, who's had a dominant performance tonight for the Hilltoppers. As the ball will find its way into the hands of Fetchick, who has also done well for the Hilltoppers tonight, as he'll have a line drive attempt going off the rim, as Schiano is fouled there by the Hilltoppers. Sorry, not fouled there. The Pirates will take a quick timeout to maintain possession. It looked like the Hilltoppers might have been getting close to a jump ball there. So now with that, we will take a quick one as well. And we are back from the Perry Athletic Center. I'm Ethan Hicks, joined by Braden Richards. Your Perry Pirates currently up 65-63 with about 3 minutes remaining in the ball game. And Braden, what do you think the Pirates' key to the success is right now?
Defensively, they're looking a lot better, not giving up at so many points. Solka and Health are not destroying us anymore. We're actually keeping with them. Offensively, we're getting a lot of good looks. We're finishing, and it looks really nice.
As Schiano takes the ball down the floor for the Pirates, he sends it to Anderson. He looked like he was going to have an incredible finish or a field goal for the Pirates. However, he was a little too strong off the backboard, so now Chardon working on offense. And Callahan will hit from a deep three, so that'll now put the Hilltoppers back on top, up 66-65, as Jake Cubison has some smooth moves of his own to get to the basket, putting the Pirates back up 67-66 with just over 2 minutes remaining here in the ball game. As Fetchick passes it to Toth, no good from three, as Shiano will have a fast break opportunity here, and he knocks down the basket for the Pirates, so that'll now put them up 69-66 over the Hilltoppers as Fetchick is working on Cubison. He'll pass it off to Solka, who's working on Cubison. He'll pass it to Henry in the paint, who I think charged Shiano. So now the Pirates with the ball yet again up by 3 with an opportunity to make this a multi-possession lead with 1 minute and 37 seconds remaining here in the ballgame. Shiano will take the ball down the floor for the Pirates. He has Holbert in front of him as he's working on Callahan. He sends Cubison towards the basket before passing it to Anderson. He'll work on Toth before Woody motions for Shiano to come across. He'll pass it off to Cubison from well behind the three-point line. He'll drive to the basket before ball is stolen there by Henry. Bad turnover by the Pirates. However, Holbert's able to steal it from Callahan as he was coming down the floor. He kicks it out to Anderson, who attempts from 3. That no good. However, Cubison's able to come down with the rebound for the Pirates, as Shiano is now the Pirate holding the ball, as the Hilltoppers are going to look to foul.
I believe the Pirate offense right now is just a stall. 45 seconds remaining, up by 3. This is the exact position that the Pirates wanted to be in.
Mm-hmm. Maybe ideally based off the last meeting between these two teams a little bit more, but especially how things have gone tonight, the Pirates definitely happy with where they're at right now, as Little Cubison will go to the line to shoot his first of 2 for the Pirates. That's up and good, and he's been money from the free throw line throughout the season for the Pirates, the three-point line as well, as we await his second. The Pirates currently up 70-66 over the Hilltoppers, as his second free throw is no good. It caught a little bit of the front rim there as it was about to go down, as we have a Chardon timeout. So with 40.7 seconds remaining in the ballgame, your Perry Pirates currently find themselves up 70-66, and with that, we will take a brief timeout. And we are back from Spectator Gymnasium with just about 40 seconds remaining in the ballgame. Your Perry Pirates find themselves up 70-66 in what has been a thrilling game thus far to watch. And Braden, hopefully the Pirates come out on top here. We'll see what Coach Morawski's offense comes with out of this timeout, as they were drawing up a play on the clipboard, as that is exactly what they were looking for. Solka hit from 3 for a big score for the Hilltoppers, as Shiano had the ball there for the Pirates. Fetchick went in to foul him, maybe try to get a steal there. However, that was unsuccessful. So now only up by 1. Shiano will go to the line to shoot 2 for the Pirates with 27.2 seconds remaining in the ballgame. And Braden, that must have been what the Hilltoppers drew up on the sideline, as Shiano knocks down the first. And something that's very interesting is Perry's student section right now is making a lot of noise as Shiano shooting free throws. Typically, you'd think you'd quiet down a little bit, let the shooter take their time, be undistracted, as there was a little bit of controversy there as to whether or not Solka pushed Stevenson. They'll send Anderson to take Stevenson's place at the block, as Shiano will attempt his second. And he'll knock that down. So those were two huge free throws made there by Shiano, as the Pirates are now up by 3. Chardon will take a brief timeout with 23 seconds remaining in the ballgame. Your Perry Pirates currently up 72-69 over the Hilltoppers, and we'll be back after this quick timeout. And we are back from Spectator Gymnasium in what was yet another good flip showing from the Pirates cheerleading squad, as your Perry boys basketball team currently finds themselves up 72-69 over the Chardon Hilltoppers with 23 seconds remaining after some huge free throws were made there by Drew Shiano, as the Hilltoppers are working to set up a play of their choice, as Solka attempts from 3, and he hits. So now things are all tied up here with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game, as Shiano will set the Pirates up here, as Holbert was fouled. I believe he was maybe hit below the waist there by a Hilltopper player, as he's down. He's hurt for sure. I'm not sure what happened. So with that, we will take a quick break. And with 4 seconds remaining, we are back from Spectator Gymnasium, as things are all tied up 72 apiece with 4 seconds remaining here in the ballgame. Holbert was just fouled. However, he was injured, and he'll come out and sit on the bench, as the Pirates will sub Savan into the ballgame, as I believe someone will go to the line for the Pirates to shoot 2.
I believe they put their best free throw shooters out there, and I believe the other Chardon coach will pick which one will shoot.
And I think they will choose Brock Savan, the sophomore, who's not played at all this game. This is a lot of pressure for the sophomore. The Perry student section being very loud here.
I believe this is his first time in a varsity game. It might be his second, maybe on a blowout loss or something. But I think this is one of his only times playing varsity.
However, Brock is a very stoic player, and I don't think it'll get to his nerves as he hits the free throw. It went off the backboard, but it did go down as Coach Isofano calls a timeout, and that was a huge free throw made by the sophomore. That's an ambitious move there by Coach Isofano, putting the sophomore into the game. I think percentage-wise, he's one of the best free throw shooters on this Perry team, and Coach Isofano said, we want our best guys out there, and we'll put them out there, and I think he must have known Savon was probably going to be the choice for Chardon head coach Chad Morawski, and just a big play there made by Savon. He's pumped up, as I believe he'll go to the line to shoot a second one here with 4 seconds remaining, and the Pirates hoping to play good defense to close this one out. They will not sub anyone in, maybe to play some better defense, but with 4 seconds remaining, it's going to be tough for Chardon to come back here. As we await Savon's second, although that first one was the most critical, as that was a 1-and-1 foul. Now Savon will come out of the ball game. They'll sub Stevenson in, as Henry will shoot a deep three for the Hilltoppers. That was a poor shot set up there by them to end the half. They must have been out of timeout, as they had spent a lot earlier there, as this Pirate student section goes down to meet the players in Braden. What a phenomenal game. The Pirates down there, down by 10 right before halftime, and shortly thereafter, really a great comeback. They did a great job of going on that run at the end of the third, and just a nice victory. And to round things out, your Perry Pirates coming out on top 74-72 over the Hilltoppers, and what was a thriller to the end.
Yeah, it truly was. Very interesting choice to put Brock Savon in. I think he only played one other time. I don't know when was it. It was a blowout game. I think that's his only other time playing. Very smart decision, actually. And turned out in their favor.
Yeah, we both know Brock personally, and if there was somebody you would want going to shoot free throws into that situation, with basically no varsity experience beforehand, it would be Brock. That probably didn't faze him at all. It was probably just another couple of free throws for him, and that was a big moment for them. And we almost forgot to mention Shiano got to the 1,000-point benchmark, so he'll be the second senior for the Pirates to reach that number. Covison being the first, and what has really been a great season for this Pirates basketball team. And I think that will do it for us tonight. Our final broadcast, the Pirates will have Cleveland Glenville coming up next. That I believe will be at Lakeside, so if you wish to see the game, you're going to have to go there, as we will not be traveling. But that will do it for us tonight. I'm Ethan Hicks with Braden Richards, signing off for the last time.
Stop it, or is it still going? When you smile, does the whole world smile with you? Dr. Rusty Albrecht, Dr. Chandis Richards, and Dr. London Albrecht are committed to improving your smile. At Albrecht Family Dentistry, we can handle all your dental needs, including dental implants, crowns, dentures, partials, relines, extractions, root canals, veneers, tooth whitening, and clear braces. Don't let anything stand between you and the smile that you've always wanted. Call 440-358-0495.